Cheap content will damage your wealth. If you commission or buy content from writers on forums such as Digital Point, you'll have noticed recently that their prices have been tumbling. But is this a good thing? Let's find out. Here's an article, 350 words about the Atkins diet, that I recently commissioned from an author on Digital Point. Kathy, if that's her real name, was instructed to make sure that this article will pass Copyscape. Of course, nowadays, rather more importantly, the question is, will it pass Google? If we look over at the scorecard on the right, we can see that although technically this is a unique article, it gets a poor 2 stars out of 5, a lousy 68%. So for $3.50, I've got something that I'm going to have a heck of a time getting it to rank for anything on Google. The main problem is that large chunks of it appear to have been spun. Everything highlighted, in fact. Now, this could be because Kathy's first language isn't English, or rather more sinister, it could be because she's actually taken this material from other people's articles and spun it to make it look unique. The other problem would be keyword density. So she hasn't even bothered to check whether the main keywords are within limits. So the Atkins diet takes up 1 in 20 of the words of this particular article. No search engine is going to take you seriously with keyword stuffing of that kind. So that's $3.50. How about something a bit cheaper? Here's another article commissioned at the same time. Now, this one is about acne. So, for $1.97, let's see how this guy did. 350 words that must pass Copyscape. How did he do? Well, once again, technically it does pass Copyscape, it's unique, but it suffers from the same problems. Large chunks of it appear to be spun, and if you read it, yeah, it's even more embarrassing than the first article. The other problem is the keyword density, once again, is even worse. Acne, the single word acne, takes up almost 1 in 15 words in this article. Now that's the kind of keyword density that can get you an immediate ditch into the nether regions of the index. What's interesting about this is that if you know a little bit about spinning, you can start to figure out how this guy has managed to create this article for $1.97. Take a look at this sentence here. Well, acne treatments flourish in Mother Earth. Now, that's the kind of sentence that no natural English speaker would ever create. Although if you look at it carefully, you can start to imagine where it might have come from. Acne treatments abound in nature. And if you go and look for that phrase, in fact, what you find? Acne treatments abound in Mother Nature. An article by Natroni Chango. Most, if not all, of the best ingredients to fight acne are derived from herbs and plants. Many finest ingredients to get rid of acne are obtained from plants and herbs. So all this guy's done is he's basically found a bunch of articles about acne, he's stolen snippets from them, jammed them all together in a big text file and spun it. And then tweaked it finally by hand to make sure it passes Copyscape. This is, well, in one sense it's cheap. At $1.97 it hasn't cost a lot of money, but on the other sense it's very expensive because it's completely worthless. I can't use this. This is only getting 1 star out of 5. There's no way on God's earth I'm going to get this to rank for anything on Google. So basically I've just thrown away $1.97. Now that may seem even expensive to you, so is there anything cheaper? Well, strangely enough, there are bits of software that will do what this guy has done automatically. They will take existing articles and they will extract paragraphs from them, combine them, and spin the whole thing to create what appears to be a new article. Those come in price ranges of cents, not even dollars. And as you can see, the problem's even worse. So this one definitely won't pass Google. Most of it appears to be spun, huge chunks of it. And even worse than that, the system's been able to identify some parts of the web where the material's been taken from. So the spinner hasn't completely disguised the original text. So there you have it. You pay as your money, you take your choice. If you buy and try to publish cheap content, don't expect to rank for it. In fact, if you do it habitually, what will happen is that Google will ban your entire site because they will naturally assume that you're a spammer. And that's how it goes at the end.